up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo eSports podcast. This is episode 280 for the week of March 26, 2023. The title of this week's episode, not the episode of this episode, the title of this week's episode is 4K Resolution.
Okay.
Because we have the 4Ks coming up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's literally it. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This week I'm joined by the man in the black optic hoodie and FlexFit Pro Talk hat, which you can get on our new merch store, !point merch in the chat. Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Wednesday? Almost said Monday. Wednesday evening.
Doing all right. Kind of tired and out of it, but that's normal. So yeah. How are you doing?
I'm a little tired as well, but I'm feeling pretty good. I wish Halo Waypoint would load right now, but it won't. So that's fun.
Interesting.
I was having issues earlier today too. It would load and sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't, but it's okay. Well, hopefully it'll be up later on as we continue on the fucking show. But okay. First up, to everybody that's tuning into the live show, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a great fucking night. And I have
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's just that we have Buff Ginger coming in with the 5-month resub. You get a woo! I just love that name. I just love that name. Buff Ginger.
Does it go on the list? Remember?
It might have to go on the list. Buff Ginger and Swole Daddy. You know, wow. Now that's friends for life.
It's just an alt account.
Oh my God. Absolute facts. Yeah, Rex, RSX Ginger wasn't cutting it. Yeah, that's why obviously, Buff Ginger is clearly the way to go. Absolutely clearly the way to go. Will, do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
What do we got?
SWAT Nation enters a new tournament scene. Infinite maps are fixed, but stability is not. The HCS 2Ks are leading into the 4Ks, and then we have our topic of the HCS 4K North America predictions later on in the show. So without further ado, Will, let's get into some mo fucking competitive news. SWAT Nation tournament announced by SWAT Nation. And if anybody in chat says, what did they call it in the game? Tactical Slayer. Go fuck yourself. Ikuza, welcome back, says, I came here for the 4K HDR 120 hertz Dolby Vision. Well, we are none of those things. But hey, I appreciate you regardless. Welcome back. What's up, Danny? Doing fucking great, man. BTB tourney time. Get your buddies together and show us who the best BTB squad is. Register by April 14th at 10 p.m. Eastern. The tournament will take place on April 15th at 11 a.m. Eastern. 12v12 big team battle, double elim, $700 plus crowdfunding. Yes, this is a SWAT Nation tournament, and it's BTB.
Is it SWAT settings still? That would be insane.
It's normal BR starts.
Normal BR starts.
Normal BR starts, no radar, no secondary, and maps are to be announced.
Interesting.
So it's going to be pretty fucking crazy. Seeing what they're going to do there. Map fixes by Halo support resolved issues. The following changes were made on March 21st, 2023. These changes were made via backend update. No download is needed to receive these changes. Empyrean. Improvements to map geometry and object placement to reduce instances of small objects such as grenades or the oddball becoming stuck. Various instances of flickering and misplaced textures have been resolved. Map geometry has been adjusted so that players can no longer see through some walls. Maybe that's how Monster was able to wall so much.
Oh,
you know?
Maybe.
All jokes aside. Oh, I'm just joshing.
Hot.
Lamau. Get it? It's my name.
It's your name.
Players can no longer use the grapple shot to access unintended areas above both bases. Movement hitches are now less likely to occur on some staircases. Improve the concrete floor material across the map to reduce occurrences of visual artifacts. Improve the ledge in the underpass area so that falling players using the grapple hook are less likely to be pushed away from the ledge. Improved a weapon locker near west base so its respawn light is more easily read. Who gives a fuck about that? The 2 water jugs near West Tower will no longer impede player movement. Woo. I'm still waiting to read the one that I hope happened, but clearly is not in this list. Broken pallets will no longer appear to float. Scrap cannon projectiles will no longer pass through the mesh side of the mesh ramps. And various ledges have been adjusted to improve clambering, or in some cases, some taller ledges prevent clambering. Guess what wasn't fixed? The fucking lifts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a guy get stuck in a lift last night.
Dude, it's so bad. It is so bad.
Yeah. Have you been stuck in one yet?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I now, apparently, the tip that I've learned that I've used that works for me is like crouching. Like, so if you get stuck, just continually hitting and getting rid of crouch, it'll get you out of it.
Yep, that's what I've had to do. When I didn't know how to do that, I had a teammate nade boost me.
Oh!
So I took some damage, but, I got out of the freaking lift. Woo!
So yeah, shout out 343 for not fixing their own fucking lift on their own fucking Forge map that is released and is in fucking matchmaking. Detachment, map geometry, and collision have been adjusted so that players cannot leave the playable area. There have been improvements to map geometry to reduce instances of small objects being stuck, and remove 2 unintended platforms on the ledge leading from the perch area down to the bottom mid area. And then on Argyle, some say the versatile trash pile. In ranked matches, the weapon rack near the west courtyard area now aligns with other weapon racks and spawns a sidekick after 30 seconds. Improvements to map geometry for fucking becoming stuck objects. And then, who cares? And a sound thing. Woo. And then finally, we have a singular Tashi's tantalizing tidbit.
Yeah, we do.
Trusty asks, is there any update about incorporating online FFA Open similar to last season? I checked the roadmap and saw that it mentions, quote, we will continue to look for opportunities to include FFA into the ecosystem, end quote. It would be cool to see this again. Thanks. And Tashi replied, no updates to provide at this moment, but still something we're pursuing in the background. So they're looking into it, What are you going to do? Akusa says Catalyst is way better than Argyle. Can't believe they ditched it. I need to go back and watch it, and I intended to do it for this episode of the show. I'll try to do it for next episode. But Lucid, in one of his recent streams, was actually talking about how he would love for Catalyst to return, and he does not know why it was removed. Catalyst Slayer, understandable, but just Catalyst in general, not necessarily.
Yeah, if they kept it in for flag, obviously I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Swole Daddy, did Tashi communicate this via the Pony Express, or was this on Twitter? It was the Polar Express, as a matter of fact. Daddy? No, it was on Twitter. Obviously. That's it for the competitive news. Will! Hit it! Rostermania!
Some pieces of Rostermania today. Starting off, Command Station is now a free agent. So there's that. Burton, officially a free agent. He says, thank you to J-Lings for the opportunity. It was an honor representing such a great organization. I'll be rooting for you guys. Much love. Heading back to Canada. Well.
Yep.
Probably off to a better place because Canada. And I wonder, did they say if they were picking anyone up, or is it just an open spot now?
I don't think anything's been said yet. I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. Next up, Sir Birds is a free agent as a coach, and he says, free agent coach for the rest of HCS season. Last post I will make. I've been around Comp Halo for 17 years. I feel I wasn't able to utilize my full potential in the past, but I do have an Open Championship, Pro Series victory, and top placings in general. So if anyone is looking for a coach, Sir Birds is out there.
So I wonder, circling back on the J-Lings thing, they tweeted out on the 27th, so 2 days ago. Last week we said goodbye to our beloved brothers Morga and Morga 12. We cannot thank them enough for the immense dedication and effort they put into representing J-Lings Esports, wishing them all the best for their future endeavors. So I don't know if they're going to be starting from scratch here, or if, I don't want to put words in their mouths. I don't want to assume, but I wonder if it's either we're going to pick up an entirely new roster. We're going to exit the scene. I don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
But who knows? But there's an update for you.
All right. Next up, we have a post from Necessity. He's leaving Status Quo and Halo altogether. And he says, typing this is very hard because I feel like I'm leaving something unfinished. I never imagined that booting up Halo 3 at 9 years old and playing countless nights would later translate to something this great. Being able to have the opportunity of traveling the country to play with friends, talk to champions, theorize with strategizers, and build myself to become a better person has been truly a blessing. The impact this game has made on me is not enough to put into words, and I'm very thankful for every second. With the state of Halo and the competitive environments that surround it, I think I found an amazing opportunity that has been presented to me in another game, and I do not want to waste it. I have regrets while typing this message about what I've done in Halo because I feel like I could give so much more. I've already given the game a year of my life, and what I got out of it didn't really satisfy my vision of what I wanted out of the game. But something I did get out was life lessons that will stick with me until I am no longer on this planet. And for that, I can say I'm happy. I'd like to thank John, aka Fallout, for the amazing opportunity of taking the steps to get me to compete. Growing up in the household I did, I never thought to myself that I was capable of even doing something as great as this. But he's believed in me and always pushed me to do better. And with that, I found an amazing mentor and friend. I'd like to thank Flamesword for giving a random 18-year-old the stage to compete on. With your guidance and support, I was able to do the thing I loved every day, and that was just playing Halo. I'd like to thank all of my teammates who put their faith in me and shared their time to grow with me as a player and as a person. I know I wasn't the best teammate at times, but the moments were nothing short of amazing, even on the bad days. I would also like to thank Ryan Noob as a mentor and a friend for teaching me to look at the game in a way that I love. You're able to put into words what my brain did intuitively, and for that I cannot think of a way to repay you. I literally stole thousands of dollars of information from you, LOL. And lastly, I would like to thank everyone who I had interactions with. This community, while being very toxic at times, does have its golden moments of inclusion and cohesiveness. And when the community is together and people are laughing, it's nothing short of amazing. Some advice from my 20-year-old self to everyone trying to make it is to think about what you want to get out of Halo. Validation, status, friends, money. Whether it may be make sure your heart is in tune with your instincts and keep pushing to do great things. You'll see me play this game from time to time because I truly love Halo, even in its roughest form. But it's time for me to move on to something greater. Until next time, I'm out. Heart from Necessity.
What a great fucking statement.
Yeah, that was nice. It was very nice.
Kid's fucking 20.
We need more class like that.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Class act statement. I'm just mad you're gone. Like, that's, god damn, we need more people like you in the fucking scene.
I'm curious what this other opportunity is.
Who knows, but good luck to him, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to him. He's got the skills. He's still young, too. He's got fucking the world ahead of him. Oh, another update real quick on the J-Lings thing, circling back again to that.
Sure.
On the 19th, as they were heading into their Open Series for the EU, they were playing with Septic, Quad, Burton, and Tufoxy. Tufoxy was the sub, and Burton, again, was still on that roster at the time. So who knows if Quad and Septic are still on that roster, but those would be the two that are there, and then who knows what's going to happen otherwise. So there's that. Yakuza says he's now doing competitive Roblox Halo. Who knows, man. And Meek, welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great night.
All right. That's all we have for Rostermania this week.
Awesome. Thank you for running through that, Will.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by NoobCombat.com. Check out NoobCombat.com for all your Halo esports needs. On Friday, March 31st, we have the EGL Halo Infinite 4v4. On Saturday, April 1st, and Sunday, April 2nd, we have the HCS 4K for North America. And then on Sunday, April 2nd, we have the HCS 4Ks for Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and the EU regions, respectively. So make sure you're tuning into all of the streams for all of that. And don't worry, none of them are official. How fucking cool is that? And this, and the funny thing is that that's not to throw shade on anybody that is actually doing the broadcast. Like LVT for doing the North American broadcast. I assume that Europa Halo will be doing the European, so on and so forth. It's not to throw shade at that because those are great opportunities. It's just, what the fuck? Holy moly. But that's it for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. Will, if you wouldn't mind, running through the Scrim tournament and league recaps over the last week.
Of course, we'll start off.
Before you do that, because I always cut you off.
Every damn time.
Well, the funny thing is that the chat knows how to cut me off perfectly.
Yeah.
So, Shurzy, with the primer, the 3-month resub, you get a woo! I always miss you. What are you talking about? I always miss you. Always miss your hugs as well. Go ahead, Will.
All right. First up, the Valletta and EXYL Team European FFA Spring Series Open #1. Whew. What a name. Top 8th placings. 8th place is Jimbo. 7th went to Crucial. 6th went to Septic. 5th, Millsy. 4th, Warlord. 3rd, Mighties. 2nd, Glory GGs. And 1st went to Snaky. And points were awarded appropriately. Graphic is included in the show notes if you want to check that out.
Then you have week 2.
Oh, look at that. Week 2 right after that.
I'm not going to have to make you repeat the name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Week 2 of that tournament. 8th place went to Hop X. 7th, Moss FPS, or Mos. 6th went to T. Calpin. 5th, Crucial. 4th, Saint Joper. 3rd went to Kolzani. 2nd, Glory GGs. And 1st, Bastos. Again, points awarded.
Yes.
Next tournament, the SWAT Nation SWAT Mania 4v4 results.
I love it. You did the thing.
I couldn't get the growl like
it's
you did,
okay. You did the thing. That's all that fucking matters. You did it.
3rd place went to Squirrel, Team Squirrel. This was Johan MC, Luffy, Lions Duke, and Guardian Flies. 2nd, Team Supremacy, which was Kaikol, Real Sangria, Mud Chris, and Uvinity. And 1st went to Real Ones. This was 19 Mile, Gun Lane, Nap Times, and Young Guns.
Who knew that Nap Times was going to win a SWAT Nation tournament?
Well, who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
All right, next up, the LVT and JJ Events Halo Invitational. Some big teams played in this one.
Some big teams did play in this one.
So 7th and 8th placings were Meta Elite, which was Mortally, Super CC, Bohm, and Septify. And Luminosity Gaming, which is Bullet, Drift, Magico, and Noble. 5th, 6th placing went to Native Gaming Red, Tolic, Manny, Soul Snipe, and Druck. And also Cloud9, Rami, Squally, Nemesis, and Triton. 4th place went to Complexity, Jazero, Suppress, Cycle, and Tusk. 3rd, G1, Falcade, Boobadoobas, Suspector, and Sab. 2nd went to Proton Gaming, Breaking Shot, Posey, Common, and Monster, who everyone said just does well in online. And then 1st place went to Sentinels, Lethal, Collect, Spartan, and King Nick. Did you see all the Twitter shit after this tournament?
Oh, yeah, the whole losing to Monster or winning against Monster
Yeah.
and Monster this and Monster that and Monster walling, but Monster is not cheating. Monster is cheating.
Yeah, there always seems to be a controversy after they do well in an online tournament.
You know what? Let's just say for the sake of argument that he's not. Let's just say for the sake of argument right now that he is not cheating. Okay? Just bear with me for a second because I know there's a ton of people out there that believe he is. Let's say he's not. Did you know, I know this is a crazy thing to think about, but did you know that there are players out there who are simply just better online than on LAN? And he might just be one of those players?
You know, I've seen things too where, you know, it's like, oh, this player gets slays in this position, then just turns around and looks exactly where they're spawning.
Mm-hmm.
you can do that in Halo. You can predict spawns and try to line up your reticle to where they're going to be.
Right. And I know there's a lot of, like, I know that there are clips out there that, because what you, like, Will, I wholeheartedly agree with you. But we also know on the other side of things that there are clips out there that not just spawns, but like literally looking and tracking, quote unquote,
through
walls where a player's going to be or whatever. And it's like, oh, did that person just have really good awareness? Or was that like, oh, you're clearly using a wall hack in that scenario?
Right.
Right. And like, this is why I know that Monster is one of the, and I don't think we've never spoken to him personally.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the type of person that Monster is, but from a player perspective, he is one of the most prolific names when it comes to people thinking that he's cheating.
Yeah.
But I don't believe, and people can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's never been proven, right? Like, it's never been outright proven. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah. I think you're right. I think there was of course, a bunch of YouTube videos came out about it.
Well, I know that because Mines was also suspected a while ago.
Yes.
And then I don't think anything came of that either. It's like I said, there are, and Schurzy says that we have got to be careful we don't witch hunt. And that's the thing, right?
Yes.
Is that he just very well might be just good online. Like, that's it. Because Spartan put like jabs at him and it's like, he finally won against him online in this event, literally, but he always loses to him online. And then on LAN, he shits on him, right? Maybe he's just good online. Maybe that's literally it. And if that's the case, then what do you have to worry about? The money's on LAN anyway. So, I mean, the big money's on LAN anyway.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I mean, Monster, if you ever hear this, if you're not actually cheating, because I don't believe anything's come of any of the allegations against you, you fucking keep doing you, man. Keep grinding, and hopefully you do cause some upsets on LAN, because that would shut everybody up.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you show up at if you show up alongside this Proton roster and you guys if you guys qualify for the Global Invitational, or you guys head to the Optic Major, whatever it may be, and you turn some heads, that'll shut everybody up. Because what are they going to say then, right? You're not just an online warrior at that point. So again, if you ever hear this, like, just know, I'll put it two ways. If you are cheating, go fuck yourself. If you're not cheating, keep grinding.
Fair.
Yeah. And the whole cheating thing, I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just, you don't fucking, like, people throw things out of proportion so quickly.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, like, it comes up every time. Mm-hmm. And it's getting a little tiresome right. I hate seeing it on Twitter every time. It's like,
and Druck, I'll call Druck out real quick, and not to like necessarily call him out, but like Druck also put a tweet out about Monster walling, and then he deleted it. Like, the tweet's been deleted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's weird. Second, welcome to the live show. Good to see you. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but achieving it anyway. Schurzy, it's what I do. That's what I do on the show. You know what I mean?
All right.
But no, I'm sorry. Just real quick, just want to add, like, in all seriousness, guys, I don't want to attack a player, right? That's never the intention. It's never the intention to go out of my way to attack a player, especially if they're doing everything that they can to better themselves as a player. And if they're taking the time to grind and they want to be better and they want to make a name for themselves, who am I to try to stand in their way? Especially with all these allegations, that's literally what they are. They're just allegations of cheating. Nobody's proven it yet. With Monster, other players as well, nobody's proven it to my knowledge. So, like, I know I poke fun and I jab every now and again, but I've never meant to, like, literally, like I said, be an asshole towards players in the scene, because I want everybody to get better and I want there to be more competition. And yeah, there's my fucking diatribe. And Beth, thank you for the 35-month resub. Holy shit, you get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Akuza said, if someone's walling but they shoot you through a laundry basket, are they then using laundry hacks? Oh, that's a good question. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry to take you away.
All good. Next up, Lady Spartans Saturday Series number 2. We'll run through the top 4 teams here. Fourth place was Good Damage. It was, gotta zoom in here. Monreal, Kiddo 1179 generic, and Azazel, sure. Third went to Bellicus, which was Airborne Vanessa, Labolma, Gishlane, and Tox.
Oh, Labolma.
Second went to Team Outlier. It was Justice Savage, Rogue Foes, Miss Audie, and Purely Christina. And first went to Chicken Nuggies.
Good name.
The Chicken Nuggies, bro. It was Janelle, Veronica, Biancas, and I'm going with My J.
Chicken Nuggies, though. Great
Chicken
name
Nuggies,
for a team.
Yeah.
Great name. Love it.
Them nugs, bro.
Them nugs, bro. Fucking Wendy's nuggets.
Mm.
Some of the best, man. Don't be sleeping on Wendy's chicken nuggets. Straight up. I mean it.
No cap.
Dead ass.
God damn it. All right.
Are we doing it?
No, I'm done.
Are we young again?
That was weird.
In the words of MGK, your beard is weird.
Beard is weird.
Not yours. M&M's.
Yeah, sure.
Fucking straight beefing. Fox says that was fire. Jake, I hate you. Second says, I like the spicy ones. Hey, it was a big fucking deal when they brought those back.
Yes, it was.
It was a really big deal when they brought those back. I'm telling you, man, Wendy's chicken nuggets might be the best in the fast food chicken nugget game. I think Wendy's has it on lock.
Can we wrap this up so I can go get some food? No, from Wendy's.
Real quick before you continue, Wolfseye says, can we address the elephant in the so-called HCS room? When will the Suddits return to Halo and bring it back to its glory? Never. I hope never. I really hope never.
Yeah.
Because it says, you just quote MGK, prisoners get less harsh punishments than MGK's music. You know? Yeah, I did literally just quote MGK in his diss track to Eminem.
And then he had to change genres.
Wasn't it called Rap Devil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I know.
Anyway, G1 Throwback Showdown, FFA, took place literally 2 days ago on Monday. And we have your top 8.
Speaking of that, as when you go through the results, we'll give the shout out where necessary here.
8th place went to Druck, 7th Renegade, 6th Bop, 5th went to Drift, 4th Stellar, 3rd Suspector, 2nd to Goober, and 1st the man himself, Collect.
And not only that, but Collect with the 2-month resub, you get a woo! Congratulations on the win. You know, there was a clip that was going out about Druck popping off in this event, and he had like 70 kills in a lobby or something like that. Look how far I got him.
I mean, it's still top 8.
Just saying.
You know, yeah.
Just saying. And that's no shade to be thrown at Druck. I'm just like, you know, good on him for getting the amount of kills in the game. Obviously, it wasn't the game he wanted to get the amount of kills in. But
sometimes you just pop off in an FFA, and
it's true. Collect played the FFA was meant to be played.
Yeah. All right, next up, HCS Open Series for North America, the one that took place on the 23rd of March. And here we go, 7th and 8th, Native Gaming Red and Sentinels.
Collect, go play your fucking scrim, bro. What are you doing? Says, yeah, mid-scrim, but they're milk, so I'm here. What the fuck, dude? I appreciate you being here, but like, come on, man. What the fuck? They've been on green for 10 minutes. Are you? What the fuck?
What is happening?
Holy shit. Tell them to stop milking, bro.
I was watching.
Play the goddamn game.
I was watching APG stream earlier.
Yeah.
And he was playing with King Nick and Snakebite.
Yes. No, he was playing with King Jay and Snakebite.
King Jay, yes. Yeah. Sorry. Thanks for the clarification.
No, you're fine.
And his dog came in. It started like bugging him. And he had to go like AFK to take care of the dog. And then he comes back. And then the dog comes up and is like trying to like jump in his lap. And he's literally playing the game with his controller up here.
Fucking love Brad, man.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But that just, Collect saying he's mid scrim.
And Collect, we obviously appreciate you being here. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, I just spun out a fucking diatribe like players trying to get better and whatnot. And you're here mid scrim. Not throwing shade at you, but like the people milking. Like, come on. But congratulations on the FFA win. That's pretty fucking dope.
All right. HCS Open Series again. 5th, 6th, Proton Gaming and Gamers First. 4th went to FaZe Clan. 3rd went to Avengers. This was Hush, Neuronical, Swish, and Precision. 2nd went to Native Gaming White and First Space Station. Was it a game 7 or game 5 that this went to? I forget the.
Well, we're gonna go through these.
Oh, okay. You got it. You take the notes down.
Okay, so. They're back by. God damn it, Collect. All right. So some series quickly to talk about in this open series that took place. Winners round 5, Native White beating Cloud9 3-2. This was the start, really, of Native White's run.
Yeah.
Okay. And Cloud9, no offense to them, but I don't see them as being like really formidable in like the top 6 space. And we've seen what Native White can do. We saw them at the first LAN event. Okay. So like I have semi higher expectations now. Okay. And this is all online. Keep that in mind. Winners round 6. And this is the big one. So Native White beat FaZe 3-2 to send FaZe to losers. And the only game I want to point out here was game 5, which is Slayer on Recharge. As soon as Native White got their first lead of the game, which was 27-26, they did not look back. They won the game 50-41. And the key point that I want people to take away here, and the thing that I absolutely adore watching out of them, it wasn't every game, okay? Hence why they didn't win this online tournament. But a good amount of the games that they were playing, they played together. Now, you may listen to me and think, Josh, it's the whole fucking point of playing the game. You're supposed to play as a team, you fucking idiot. But here's my point. When you see, like, you have teams that have players. Don't worry, Wolf's Eye, we'll get to Avengers as well. When you have teams that have players that are really great individually skilled and they kind of play, they don't play necessarily in like a buddy style. They may roam around the map because that works better for what their team does, whatever it may be. The thing that I love watching about Native White is that they all work together throughout the entire game that's being played. And I see a lot of buddy systems taking place. I see a lot of spawn locking down. You see a lot of bait and switching as well. They just do a really good job of that, and I want to see that continue, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they were able to do in that series, in that Game 5 series against FaZe, no less, is that they utilized teamwork incredibly well. And as soon as they got that lead in that Game 5 Slayer, and I know the whole mantra that I say all the time is that anybody can win a Slayer, but the fact that they got that 1 kill lead and they just ran with it and won 50-41 against FaZe. Okay, and I know it's online. But man, seeing their teamwork, seeing their bait and switches, seeing how they're running together in teams of 2, seeing how like they were locking things down the way that they needed to. It just worked out beautifully. I loved watching it. Moving on to the winners final, it was Native White going up against SSG. Now, here's where I thought, personally, that knowing that SSG and knowing that, SSG, I believe, were in the other one, but knowing that FaZe had signed up for this tournament, I honestly thought that FaZe was going to win it. Okay, my thoughts going into it was, okay, FaZe are signed up, FaZe should win this. I know it's online, but FaZe should win this. Seeing Native White beat them, I'm like, okay, probably going to be bounce back season for FaZe, but regardless, good shit, Native White. Love that. So they went up against SSG in the winter final. And after a dominant performance out of SSG in game 1, it was 5-1 in CTF on Argyle. Will, you and I both know Argyle CTF games don't necessarily go to score.
Yeah.
So it was 5-1. Native White not only bounced back, but they did so in a sweeping fashion. So they basically, after that game 1 horrendous loss, they swept them. And I'm like, oh, okay. What is happening here, boys? But let's move to losers. Because in losers bracket, Swish was on his revenge tour with the Avengers. Let's just go through this. Losers round 8. And Collect, if you're still here, I apologize. But Avengers 3-0 Cloud9 in losers round 8. And then subsequently 3-0 Sentinels in losers round 9. So losers round 8, I apologize. Avengers 3-0 Cloud9. Losers round 9, Avengers 3-0 Sentinels. Okay? Pretty cool right there. So then we go to losers round 10. Also, I have a couple hot takes before we get into the actual topic of the show, Will. Okay?
Okay.
So bear with me. And I'm trying to I'm going to quickly type them out. There we go. Okay. Just keep in the back of my mind. Avengers played against G1 in losers round 10. Avengers won that series 3-1. Okay?
Okay.
Game 4 was King of the Hill on Streets. G1 got fucking obliterated. 4-0 on the map. Not even really putting up much of a fight for any of the hills.
Could you tell what was the breakdown? Were they on spawn rotation? Were they...
I mean, 1 point, Epic says Precision was tanky as fuck. They just had it all locked in. Avengers was locked in on that map. Locked in. G1 could not get any setups going. They couldn't keep a setup for long enough. And Avengers would just run right in. They get the kills that they need. And that's the thing, right? Is that as long as you're able to get the kills that you need, as long as you have like 2 down at any given time, you can keep your setup.
Yeah.
And they were just playing incredibly well. Created the Faceit Bracket website. Why is it so huge? Oh, it's so bad, Daddy. It's so bad. It's so bad trying to scroll through brackets on the website. It's unbelievable. So they beat G1 3-1. Losers round 11. They weren't done yet. They had to go up against FaZe. And they beat them 3-1 as well. FaZe were nearly swept in this series, narrowly winning game 3, which is again CTF on Argyle, in a clutch sudden death overtime round, keeping their tournament hopes alive. But even on the heels of a 41 kill performance out of Royal 2, FaZe are just unable to close out Oddball on Streets. And Avengers continue their run through the losers bracket with a 2-1 game win. Okay?
All right.
So then we have losers final, SSG going up against Avengers. And SSG won 3-1. SSG started this series off hot, handily taking the first 2 games with ease. And I mean like ease.
Yeah, I at this point the HRL team was practicing, and I had the screen up on the side for this, and I just remember glancing over and be like, "Oh, that game's over." Like,
yeah, real quick in the first 2 games. But then the Avengers assembled once more and decided to make this a series, winning game 3, Strongholds on Streets, 250-211. Avengers take it to SSG in game 4, CTF on Aquarius, sending the game to yet another sudden death overtime round. But it was SSG taking home the map in the series win, eliminating the Avengers with a very respectable 3rd place finish, and the Swish Revenge Tour continues. That motherfucker got dropped from Meta Pro Gaming and just like, me? What? Like, holy shit. Then we get to the grand finals. Okay. Real quick, the second best of 7, I'm not going to talk about. SSG won 3-1. They win the tournament, okay? I'm not going to talk about the second best of 5. But what I am going to talk about is game 5 in the first best of 5, which was Slayer on Empyrean. Sure, Native White gets reverse swept in this first grand final series, but that's not the most important takeaway. Absolutely not. Let's talk about the game 5 49-49 complete map rotation into snipe play, which wins SSG the game. In an unbelievable back and forth game, it all came down to one string of plays. It's now 49-49. Both teams have 2 dead, and Gilkey is in a gunfight with Bound at SSG's tower. Bound has the high ground, Gilkey has the shots and the repulsor. Mickwin of Native White is nowhere near able to help in the fight as he just spawned up. And Penguin of SSG is near their own spawn like their flag spawn.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just Bound and Gilkey. Bound's up here on top tower by lift. Gilkey's by lift on bottom. Gilkey has the advantage with the amount of shots put into Bound and repulses him back, which takes off a little bit more of the shields. In a fucking bonkers turn of events, both Bound and Gilkey stand down from their fight, okay? Allowing Gilkey to regain his shields by tower lift. So he's just fucking crouched there, hoping to God Bound doesn't peek down at him, okay? And allowing Bound to rotate back to Penguin, waiting for teammates to spawn, okay? Because technically Gilkey has shot advantage.
Right.
So if Gilkey like peeks one more time, he could probably kill Bound, and Penguin wasn't in an area to help. So Bound is like, fuck this. And Gilkey's like, fuck this. And so
Gilkey's in a spot too, though, if he swings out front.
Oh, he can get fucked.
Or lifts up. You don't know. Like, they're probably spawning needles at that point.
He can absolutely get fucked. Yep. Yeah. So with everyone on both teams spawn back in, all of Native White rotate to Gilkey, who is still sitting the bottom of SSG's tower. Okay? All the while, the entire SSG roster rotate the entire opposite side of the map.
Yep.
To Native White's side.
They went through Long, and I believe Native White came through Needle. So it was just a complete rotation.
They just completely went around each other. With the time in the game expired, it is now overtime, and a fresh overshield and set of rockets are on the way up. Both teams decide to prioritize the overshield, and Eco has the snipe in hand, hard scoping their tower side. Okay? Like, he is not looking at all anywhere else.
Yep.
He is hard scoped, watching the ramp over to tower, over to lift. Okay? And it was then that disaster struck for Native White. Gilkey, with the other snipe in hand, crouch slides and swings out directly into Eco's scope, taking his head clean off, giving SSG the win 50-49, sending this grand finals to another best of 5 series. And again, that one didn't necessarily matter because SSG won. Congrats to them, obviously. And then Gilkey said, maybe shouldn't wide swing that.
Yeah, a little quick peek and get back in coverage.
Yeah, it's just, it's oh man, because you could watch how they were all set up for OS.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this. I forget exactly who I said it to, and I believe I said it on the show as well, but I truly believe that OS is the play on that map. I think OS matters way more than Rockets on Empyrean. Like, I think games can be won or lost based off if you go for OS. Because with Rockets, you only get 2. You can whiff. And even if you get 1, you're not killing the OS player. You may get rid of OS, but you ain't killing them.
Yeah.
So it's insane. And then Eco not even bothering to get out of his scope. He was just deadlocked because he just had that feeling that somebody's going to do something. And if somebody does something, I'm ready. And sure as shit, Gilkey did the thing that he wasn't necessarily supposed to do. And Eco was like, I'm ready for this. This is why I was here. This is why I was hard scoped. This is why this moment happens. And it was just an unbelievable turn of events. Like, literally, you see that fight taking place on SSG Tower between Bound and Gilkey, and you're like, okay, this could go either way. And then it's just such a fucking split second. They both immediately back down. And I'm like, what is happening? And you see Bound book it. And then you see the other 2 teammates spawn up, and all 4 of them just woo, just swarming. And then Native White is just like, woo.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was weird. It was a weird series of events. Great series of events, but weird.
Yes. An unbelievable tournament regardless. An unbelievable grand finals regardless. And like I said, I know it was only online. But, and I say it all the time, it's like, there's just something about competitive Halo that is just special. It doesn't matter if it's LAN or online. It's just something about competitive Halo that's just special. And it's moments like those. I know a lot of the pros or against Slayer as a game type in general. I know a lot of pros are not a fan of Empyrean for that matter. But those moments, those 49 moments, hell, those deadlock games at like a fucking 35-35.
Yeah.
And it's going to time, right? Where any one singular mistake caused by one player or one team can cost you the game is just, there's just something about it, man. There's nothing else like it. There's just nothing else like it. So it's good shit. Oh man. Yeah. Congrats to SSGN winning the tournament. Good for them.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to the 4K qualifiers and your qualified teams. So for Australia, New Zealand, we have AH Fencing, which is Madzi, Ninjestics, Dante, and Jimbob. And 30 FPS LOL, which is N-Chef, Grand Last Shadow, Forever Pandora, and Crispy. For Mexico, you have your qualified teams are Shock the Planet, which includes Rourch, Atzo, Humgel, and Gambino, and Last Chance V2, which is Spady, Distinct, OSG Lunatics, and Destroy Ones. For EU, we have the qualified teams Leftovers. It's The Bose Hybrid and Kea Bideser?
Whatever you want it to be.
And then team EXYL CSG, which is Warlord, Marine.com, Crucial, and I'm going with Marcus.
I think Ronan is talking about H2A. Daddy? I'm pretty sure that was H2A.
All right.
And I think they had was it 4 or 5 resets? There's a video on it. It was H2A. That's what I thought. Yeah. There's a video on it.
I believe the HCS put out that video, right?
No, if not the HCS, then it was Paradise Halo might have done
Paradise Halo, yes.
It was either Paradise Halo or the HCS. You might be right on the HCS part, but it was one of those two, if I'm not mistaken, that put out a video on that series. It was Paradise, yeah, and phenomenal. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'll try to find it because I don't think people are going to be allowed to post links, but I'll try to find it and post it so you guys can watch that series. It was amazing. Great video by Paradise Halo, by the way. We need them back.
And then last qualifier here for North America. Here's your Open Series qualified teams. It is Team Mickey, which is M305, Yaxon, Gran, and Tricky. Team Mags Up, which is Ace Avenue, Kratos, and Diagram. Need an Org, Cherished, Piggy, Straight Sick, and King J. And then Going Rogue, Tony Two-Turn, Arctic, Parzelli, and Envor. So, in that order, Mickey will be 13th seed, Mags Up will be 14th seed, Need an Org will take the 15th seed, and Going Rogue gets the 16th seed of the tournament.
Very nice.
And that's all we got for the tournament and league recaps for the week.
Thank you so much, Will. I appreciate that as always.
You want me to do the YouTube search here?
Yeah, I was working on it as well. But feel free to. It should just be on Paradise Halo's YouTube channel, if I am not mistaken. Although I could be mistaken because I don't think I'm seeing it. But maybe that's just me. I don't fucking know.
Was it a losers final?
I'm not entirely certain anymore.
Craziest match of all time, CLG versus Noble Black.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Use that video and put it in chat, please. Maniac talked about the series on Flycast recently. Noble Black, right before that, we're about to dismantle and decide to play that one tournament and see how it goes. It fucking, what a phenomenal thing that happened. Again, it's one of those moments that separates Halo esports from the rest, right? It's that. It is literally that. Or you could talk about the amount of fucking Fathom CTF repeats. You know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah.
Only in Halo. Fucking God damn it. What a nightmare. Oh. All right. We have our weekly topic. The HCS 4K North American predictions. Will, you want to switch over the screen?
The topic, yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Ogre 2's last great moment. That's then pretty valid, actually. Yeah, right? Sure. Okay, moving on. So first up, an important note for competitors is by Faceit. All matches in the championship bracket for each region will require a live stream from each player. That's going to be fucking tough.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see who gets disqualified for that. I hate you, Ronan. God damn it. I'm just kidding. I love you.
I like the idea. The execution of this is going to be difficult.
Especially less than a week before the event. So we're going to see what happens. Your auto-qualified teams, because Will already talked about the teams that qualified from the open tournament, or the open qualifier. Here are your auto-qualified teams based off of points, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a name notably missing from this list. But first up, we have Optic Gaming, which is APG, Formal, Lucid, and Trippy. And these are going to be in order of seeds. Okay, so 1st through 12th seed. 2nd seed, Space Station, Bound, Eco, Penguin, and Stellar. FaZe Clan, Frosty, Renegade, Royal 2, and Snakebite. Native White with the 4th seed, Barcode, Gilkey, Miquin, and Tapping Buttons. 5th seed is G1, Boobadooboo, Falcated, Sabinator, and Suspector. Excuse me. 6th seed, Native Red, Druck, Manny, Soul Snipe, and Talik. 7th is Shopify Rebellion, Carmea, Mental, Rain, and Ryanoob. 8th seed is Sentinels, King Nick, Collect, Lethal, and Spartan. The 9th seed, the Avengers, Huss, Neuronical, Precision, and Swish. 10th seed, Proton Gaming, Breaking Shot, Common, Monster, and Posey. The 11th seed is Meta Black, Bohm, Mortally, Septify, and Super CC. And the 12th seed is Cloud9, which is Nemesis, Rami, Squall-Eye, and Triton. Hey, look, it's okay, so it sounds like Rami's going to be on that squad again. Fucking sign him! Jesus Christ! Unbelievable. Okay. So, here we go. What happened in Complexity?
What did happen to Complexity?
Now, the reason I asked this is because there was a graphic that was going around, and I apologize, I forgot to tag who made it, and I feel like an asshole now. But this individual made a graphic of the points layout as it currently stood before the open qualifier. Okay? So right after the most recent Pro Series event, this is where the points lined up. Optic was 1st, Space Station was 2nd, FaZe was 3rd, Native Gaming White was 4th, G1 5th, Native Gaming Red 6th, Rebellion 7th, Sentinels 8th, 9th was Avengers, 10th was Proton. All of this sounds right. All of those are the correct seeds leading into the 4K.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had Complexity in 11th with the amount of points that they had. Now, Riznak says, I heard Complexity forgot to sign up. I saw a Hunter JJX tweet that said apparently they got fucked over or something. Because Common had asked about it, if I am not mistaken. Give me 1 second here and I can see if I can find it real quick. I should have had this set up and I'm really sorry that I didn't. Where the fuck is it?
I hadn't seen this, so I don't know what you're...
No, I'm just trying to find... Because somebody asked him, or a Common, I believe, was the one that asked, like, why isn't Complexity included in this? Because by points, they should have automatically qualified. Which is what I am confused about. I can't fucking find it right now, so whatever. If only it was easier to find something on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They allegedly were screwed out of the sign-up, says Epic. Likely misunderstanding on signing up and auto-qualifying. Oh. Queen Stank, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Good to see you. So, if that's true, then you should have signed up. Sucks to suck. If they did get fucked over, that sucks as well. So, all I know is that if it was literally strictly based off points, complexity obviously should have been in there.
Yeah.
With the 11th seed. Which means Cloud9 then would more than likely not be in. Because Meta Black, I would assume, would be pushed to 12th seed to make room for the 11th being complexity. But hey, such is life. We're happy that you are here, Queen. Thank you. So let's talk about the pools and get into our predictions, Will. Shall we?
Yeah.
Pool A, Optic Gaming, Sentinels, the Avengers, and Going Rogue. Will, I think we're going to be in agreement here.
Yeah, just down the list, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do you have the Going Rogue and Avengers flipped?
I have Avengers and Sentinels flipped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't think Sentinels are going to...
I think they have every opportunity to.
Yeah.
I just think that the Avengers look, or at least in this last 2K, they look pretty strong. I don't know, man.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's the toss-up for me.
I think Sentinels are going to turn it up for the 4K.
Okay. I like that mentality. I like that mentality. Keep that shit going. Okay, so you're going straight down the list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip Avengers and Sentinels.
Okay.
And I don't mean, like, I'm not, no disrespect. I want Sentinels to do better, obviously.
I mean, I could easily see Sentinels, Avengers both going 2 and 2.
Ooh.
Right?
That, and then the tiebreaker comes down to map count.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That could be interesting.
I like that. Oh, I like that, Daddy. Pool B, Space Station, Shopify Rebellion, Proton, and Need an Org. I'll go down the list on this one.
Yeah, I think
although
Shopify's Ryan Noob's team, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Proton is Monster's team.
Yeah, and apparently he's great online.
He is.
I'm gonna say the same thing here. Space Station 1.
I agree with you on this.
Shopify, Proton, both 2 and 2.
Yep.
And then Need an Org is in last.
I agree with you completely. It could definitely be a flip-flop between Shopify and Proton, depending upon who is better at the time. And that if there's a 2-2 tie, that could be really tough.
Yep.
I agree with you on that one. But if I had to just give a definitive, I would go down the line on this one. Pool C, FaZe Clan, Native Red, Team Meta, Elite, and Mags Up. Now keep in mind here, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that Mags Up is Kratos and Ace's team.
They're gonna go 4-0.
Shut the fuck up. Don't fucking will that into existence, please.
Well, predictions are always wrong, so
They are always wrong.
This is
it's true.
Native Red has kind of not been where they were previously.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this one's down the list for me. FaZe Clan should take this easily, followed by Native, Meta Elite, then Mags Up. Not in the same mindset?
No, I am 100% in the right mindset, but here's my problem. Native Red worry me.
I think so.
Native Red worry me. I think after their Worlds placing, what's up, Osborne? Welcome. And he basically just took the words out of my mouth. I think people saw that Worlds placing that they had and put them on a higher pedestal than they deserve at this point in time, myself included. Because at the end of Worlds, I'm guaranteed on this show, I talked about how I'm not going to doubt them anymore. But man, and I know, let's put some things into perspective here, folks. The only time that we saw them on LAN post-Worlds was Charlotte, because that was the only major LAN event that took place after Worlds, right? And what happened at that event? Who wasn't on that team? Druck.
Oh, yeah.
Druck wasn't on Native Red at Charlotte.
Right.
Okay? So they weren't their full team. Okay? So keep that in perspective. And I'm trying so hard to keep that in the back of my mind. But online, they've been bad. They've just been, for lack of a better word, and I'm sorry to say it, but they've been bad in a sense that inconsistency. And that's my biggest concern about them, is that they've been inconsistent. Same with G1, for a matter of fact. We'll take it to G1 in a minute. But like, the amount of inconsistency in the play that I've seen from both of those teams worries me. And I know this is only online, and I know that Charlotte, they didn't have Druck from a Native Red perspective. So they could definitely turn my mind around come the Global Invitational if they qualify for that, and then the Optic Major, so on and so forth. Because we saw what they could do at Worlds. I just have my concerns. What's up, Tools? Welcome back. Good to see you. But in the sense of this pool and the teams that are included in this pool, then yes, I'll go down the line. FaZe, Native Red, Team Meta, and Mags Up. And I may or may not get hate for this, but I don't think Mags Up does shit this event. I'm just gonna be straight up about it. Sorry, not sorry. And then who said it? Someone said don't sleep on someone said don't sleep on Need Norg. And I totally fucking blanked out on that, because Need Norg is King J and Straight Sick. And Piggy.
In Pool B.
Yep. 3/4 of the leftovers.
Yeah.
I hope they do well. Thank you, Epic. I appreciate it. I hope they do well. I think they got fucked in terms of the pool that they're in, but I hope they do well.
Pool D.
Pool D. Native White, G1, Cloud9, and Mickey. Or Mikey, whatever. What do you got? What do you think?
God.
This one's a little tougher.
G1 is inconsistent at times.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about their roster, Will. I really am. I don't think they're going to make a change. I'm just concerned about how they're going to do.
Interesting. Cloud9 needs a little bit more power.
A little more chutzpah.
Yeah. Native White's been on a roll.
Native White has been on a fucking roll. And they keep getting better. That's what's... Now, I know it's only online that we've seen so far, but they do keep getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I love that.
Well, they were top 4 at Charlotte.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing, is that since Charlotte, they've only been getting more consistent.
Yeah.
As other teams have become more inconsistent.
I think G1 has more power than Cloud9, though, for sure, even with the inconsistencies.
Mm-hmm.
I think their singular ability from each player is going to outshine the deficiencies in other areas. So I'll put it down the list again. Native White, G1, Cloud9, Mickey.
I'm switching G1 for Cloud9.
You are?
Yep, I am. I'm switching G1 for Cloud9. In this online event, I'm switching both of those. I'm going to say it goes Native White, Cloud9, G1, and Mickey. Or Mikey, how you fucking pronounce it. Proton has literally owned G1 last 3 times they play tournament play. I believe it's like 9-0 Proton map count. Proton is your dark horse for stuff. Wouldn't necessarily put it past them. Like I said, well, I liked your take about Shopify and Proton being 2-2 tied in the pool and seeing what happens with map tiebreakers.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting because a Ryan Noob team is usually playing very close series all the way through.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. See, seems the general format is 2 aggressive slayers, an objective player, and a comms assist king. So that's the thing, Daddy, is that if you talk to them, like the players themselves, the whole point is that everybody can do everything. Like that's the goal, right? Is that you don't need necessarily a role-based player, is that everybody should be able to do every role necessary. It's just, I think personally, because I don't want to speak for you, you'll have your own opinion, but personally, like watching Halo for so long, I feel I put players in specific roles, right? Because maybe it's a traditional sports mentality, is that I watch like a traditional sports game and those players have their specific positions that they play.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's my mentality of where I watch a competitive esport and I also just place players in specific roles depending upon what they do. It's why I kind of made that joke that Snakebite is going to be the objective player of the year. My prediction for awards, is that Snakebite would win back-to-back objective players of the year because he if you're looking at the 4 players on that team, he is quote unquote the weakest slayer, even though he's a great slayer in general.
Yeah.
So I would just assume he plays objective more often. But every player can play it. So that's, yeah. And Daddy, there you go. That's exactly it. But yeah, I'm genuinely worried about Native White and G1. I mean, Native Red and G1. I'm genuinely worried about both teams. I don't think either of them makes a change for rosters, but I am absolutely worried about both. Because of inconsistency. That's literally it. So I'm incredibly excited to watch Native Red perform on LAN with their full roster because we know what they're capable of doing. G1, it could be said that they haven't hit their stride yet and they only have the opportunity to improve. But man, I don't have stock in them yet.
Yeah.
The hoax factor's real, right? We know what the hoax factor can do. But I'm not necessarily buying stock in that team yet until they can prove to me that they can do something on LAN. That's what I'm going to wait for.
Okay.
Yeah. Who do you think wins the event?
Whew. This is tough because it's online.
It is online. It is online.
You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
I want to see an Optic Native White finals.
Oh, that'd be pretty fucking sick. That'd be pretty fucking sick. Queen says Optic or SSG. SSG are hungry. Optic doesn't want to lose. They never want. No team wants to lose.
Yeah. I think SSG are hungry as well, but I would put Optic above them based on what we've seen recently.
See, Ungoy, you say that, but have you... I mean... FaZe Optic are a thing too. There's Fire saying FaZe since online. Max says G1 definitely isn't playing at their on-paper peak. Agree with that statement, Max. Building says SSG more of a LAN team. They are absolutely more of a LAN team. If people don't understand that, yes, they just won the recent 2K, but they are absolutely more of a LAN team. Daddy says, I think SSG actually take this one over FaZe. I didn't think they could do it without Hoaxer, but they showed me I'm wrong. SSG is hot. I mean, they are 3/4 a world championship winning roster. They're literally 3/4 a world championship winning roster. They never could not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Personally, for me, that the Halo 5 stuff, though, this game's so different that...
Oh, sure. But I'm talking from a teamwork, cohesive standpoint. You know what I mean?
Right.
So... And they do have some of the best minds in the game.
They do.
Eco, is one of the best minds in the game by far. So it's, Form was playing Overwatch earlier in the season, so that's why I think FaZe outperformed them earlier. Definitely like to see an upset, though. I'm going to say Optic win.
Yeah. I personally, I think it's going to be a FaZe Optic final.
I don't think so.
Who do you think? Do you think it's SSG there? Then who's up against Optic?
SSG, depending on how the bracket plays out, right? Because I don't know how the bracket's going to play out, but FaZe have the opportunity to step it up. Like, we know what they're fucking capable of doing. They're also they're literally all 4 players are world championship winning.
Here's what I'll say about Space Station.
Tough, man.
Yes, they won the 2K, but they didn't have high level competition like FaZe or Optic in that 2K.
FaZe was in it. Optic was not. Optic was the only one that wasn't, because they didn't need the points to be first seed in this.
So they didn't have high level competition like Optic, but they got knocked out by Native Gaming White.
FaZe did.
Who sent SSG to the losers?
Native White.
Yeah.
Native White sent SSG to losers.
So they got knocked down.
Yep.
And Native Gaming White is still learning and improving, and they're able to.
And Avengers knocked FaZe out of the tournament.
Yes.
Sorry.
And they were able to hold SSG basically to a game 5 in this 2K.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know what happened with FaZe in this tournament. Maybe they weren't in it as much, but I think if they're truly playing at high level for this 4K, I don't see Space Station making it through Optic and FaZe this time.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that completely. God, it's so fucking tough, because I'm saying Optic win no matter what. I'm going to say Optic wins the event. But who do they play against in the final? Is it going to be FaZe or is it going to be SSG? Or could it be Native White?
I mean, I love that team, so.
I love that team too. Since there's more on the line for this online event.
Yeah.
I think that FaZe and SSG will be in it a little more. And I don't necessarily think that Native White are there yet. And that's not to throw shade at Native White for how well that they've been doing, but I just don't think that they're there yet. I think they have clearly made the case that they are the 4th best team in the league right now.
Yeah,
I think they've made that.
Yeah, now they're contending to push forward.
Yes.
I mean, Micklin says it all the time. He's like, I could have been better here. We could have, I think he's just that type of guy that always puts it on himself like that. But that strive and that want to get better is only going to help them in the long run.
Yep.
And you're right. Maybe they aren't fully there yet. So
that's just it, is that I don't think that they're there yet. They've proved to me that I believe they are the 4th best team in the league right now. Like you have Optic, like I know that Daddy says Optic isn't so clear of everyone anymore. It's better competitive parity. I do believe that Optic is a slight step above everyone else. I'm not saying a leap. I'm not saying a bound. I'm saying just a step. They're a step above everybody else right now. FaZe and SSG are just a step below Optic right now. We saw what SSG, formerly Cloud9, were able to do all of last year. They just couldn't get over that step to win.
Yeah.
Right? They won Raleigh, and then they just couldn't get over that step to win. Optic are clearly the best right now. And then to me, it's FaZe SSG, and then Native White right below that. Those are my top 4. This is gonna sound like a cop-out to me. I don't know who's gonna be in the final, whether it be Space Station or FaZe. I don't think it's Native White, but I don't know who it's gonna be, SSG or FaZe. But either way, I think Optic win the event.
Okay,
that's what I'll say.
So we both have Optic.
Yeah, we both have Optic. But again, as like always, our predictions are always wrong. You know? For all we know, Kratos and Ace are going to win the whole thing. So, what are you going to do, right?
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows? God damn it. Oh yeah, Daddy. The gap is definitely closing for sure. Ungoy says tapping buttons is the only consistent player on that team, so they have so much room to grow. I wouldn't even go that far. Shit, I'd say like Mickwin has gotten so much more consistent. Tapping is obviously consistent. Gilkey has gotten a lot more consistent as well. I think they're all doing very well. And you know how hungry those players are.
Yeah.
Like, you have two players coming from completely different regions to play in the United States. Now, Tapping has played in the U.S. before on EG way back in the day, but, like, Barcode wants it probably more than anyone, you know?
Yeah. Coming from New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand?
Yeah, coming over from that region, being on a North American team. Gilkey wants his fucking respect. That it should already be his. Like, he doesn't need, you know. And Mickwin coming out of retirement, like, that team, oh man. I'm scared in a great way, like in the best way possible. I'm scared for what that team could accomplish as the year goes on. And that's not to say that other teams aren't getting better, because other teams are getting better as well. It's just that team, hoo-wee. So yeah, there you go. We have Opti Gaming winning the whole thing. Who knows who's actually going to be in the grand final? Our predictions are always wrong. But thank you guys for joining in the discussion as well. And let's keep the discussion going. Will, that's it for the topic. Let's get into some regular news. Cannon fodder echoes with Din, like echoes within, you know, it's echoes with Din. It's by 343. And then Halo Infinite echoes with an Intel by 343 as well. I'm not going to read through them, but you can go ahead if you want to. Exclamation point show notes in the show notes in the chat. Halo Infinite hotfix by Halo Support. I'm not going to read through everything, but I will say that supposedly, they have made it so there's improved stability when navigating customization menus on PC. For me, it's slower. I'll just say that. Underperforming will no longer appear under some match statistics on the post-game carnage report. Okay. Players are now less likely to experience rubber banding or jittering when interacting with various environmental objects on multiplayer maps. Improved stability when respawning in multiplayer matches on Xbox Series X and S consoles. Players on all platforms are now less likely to experience crashes when loading between the main menu and gameplay, although I feel like people are still experiencing crashes. Will, you included, right?
Oh, yeah.
On PC, Halo Infinite is now less likely to crash on launch when using non-English keyboard settings.
That's a weird one, but okay.
It is weird. Players are now less likely to experience crashes while playing on Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Xbox One X consoles. And then resolved a crash that occurred when too many navigation and objective indicators were on screen at once. Okay. There's a lot of Forge things that have been fixed. That's really fucking cool. And then there's other Forge stuff. So if you like Forge, there you go. Here's some fun stuff, aka not very fun. The Quick Play Fiesta and Tactical Slayer SWAT matchmaking playlists have also been updated on March 28, 2023. The new maps added to the Quick Play and Fiesta playlists were made in Forge by community members. So in Quick Play, they added the map and mode combinations of the following: CTF on Starboard and King of the Hill on Salvation, Oddball on Starboard and One Flag CTF on Salvation. And they removed Escalation Slayer on Aquarius, Oddball on Empyrean, Slayer on Aquarius, and King of the Hill on Catalyst. In Fiesta, they added shit. But here's the really fucking weird one. In SWAT, they added the following map and mode combinations. In SWAT! CTF on Bazaar, CTF on Chasm, King of the Hill on Cliffhanger, and King of the Hill on Recharge. in SWAT. They removed Tactical Slayer Bandit on Recharge, Sidekick on Cliffhanger, Sidekick on Detachment, and Sidekick on Empyrean. That's fine. In my opinion, it should be either BR or Bandit starts in SWAT regardless.
Yeah.
I don't like the pistol starts. I don't like the fucking... There was another one that they had that I didn't fucking care about at all. Regardless. Yeah.
Mangler starts?
Yeah, Mangler, that was stupid too. So, I don't fucking know, man. Just played CTF and Bazaar, was like, what the fuck is CTF? Why the fuck is CTF and SWAT?
Also, King of the Hill. Try to hold down a spot where you're out in the open and
I'm telling you,
get
man.
one burst. Yeah.
As soon as I'm genuinely serious when I say this. When I saw the screenshots of the patch notes, I thought it was a joke. I legit thought that somebody was just trolling and it was circulating online and be like, ha ha ha. No, it's real. It's a real thing that exists in the game right now. Guys. Okay. To the folks at 343 that may or may not listen to this show, I have one piece of info for you. And I know, I do not do your job. Your job is incredibly difficult, what you do day in and day out. And I know you guys get a lot of shit and a lot of flack from other players around the world. But I'm just going to say this. It's one statement. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. SWAT's been a thing for how long now? And now, out of all times, someone, some group, whatever it may be, decided that, hey, wouldn't it be fucking fun if we put objective modes in SWAT? You know, the fucking game mode where you died a one shot to the fucking head?
This is, to me, not as bad, but still on a level with objective and FFA.
Oh, fucking believable, man. It's so stupid.
They're trying to bring these other players into those objective game modes, but it's just not where it should be at all.
It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. Like, why try to fix something if it's not broken? Guys, you don't need to inject something new into something that's already established. You just don't need to. Instead, focus on making new experiences like you have been. The changes that were made to King of the Hill, the changes that were made to Oddball, brand new game modes with Escalation Slayer coming into the fold. Focus on actual new experiences. Stop trying to inject something new into something that's already been established. It doesn't fucking work. And the funny thing is that you just decide to do it without polling anybody about it ahead of time. And I'm not saying you need to poll people ahead of time, but come the fuck on. Who genuinely thought it was a good idea to do this? Because trust me, bro. I truly would be hard pressed. I believe I would be truly hard pressed to find somebody who thinks that's a good idea. And I'm talking casual, competitive, it doesn't matter. If I polled, and I know this is such a small ass sample size, but like if I polled 50 random people, like if I just went up to 50 random Halo players or Halo spectators at an event, okay? And I asked them, do you think this is a good idea? I would damn near guarantee you that 50 out of 50 people would be like, that's a fucking dumb idea. It's like, don't fix something if it's not broken. That's it. There are new reporting methods. This is by Halo Support. This is actually good. Flag report. Submit a screenshot and video of an in-game issue. Outage report. Alert the team if services are down. Bug report. Advanced form for in-depth reporting and agent troubleshooting. Flag reports are now the quickest way for players to submit an issue for investigation. The more players who capture media of an issue than submit a flag report or bug report, the higher the issue lands in our priority stack. Capture, then flag to help devs investigate bugs. So for those who don't know, this is classic software development in a nutshell. What I mean by this is the company that I work for does the exact same thing, where the more that people report an issue with the software, the more people that submit a bug on a specific thing within the software, the higher rank it gets. So the more eyes are put on it as soon as possible, right? Because it's affecting more and more people. More and more people see it. Okay, this is a bigger issue than we initially may have thought it was. Let's work on this right away, or, adjust as needed. So great job by the Halo Support team. Love that. And I know that we all just wish that the game worked 100% of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But please, if you do experience an issue with the game, instead of just immediately going on Twitter or immediately going on Discord to bash it or complain about it, take the time, please. I know it sucks, but please take the time to submit a report. Because if you don't, and you just sit there and bitch about it, you don't know if other people have submitted reports on it either. So you could just be screaming into a void, complaining, when you at least could have done your part. Okay? And tools, no. Don't fucking... Just, how about you don't go to Twitter or Reddit or Discord and just bitch about it? Don't do that. Whatever. That's it for the regular news. Got to the games to watch! The Minnesota Rocker continue to do Minnesota Rocker things. As in, they benched Attach for Fame from Challengers.
I think they're at a point where they're less just like, let's get this guy some experience at the top level.
Sure, but I also think this is a perfect opportunity for the fucking dodgeball meme. Of like, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
No offense to Fame, but like, Attach? That's a little weird for me, but whatever. And then the one thing that really stuck out to me in their announcement video is the thing that I've been talking about for so long now.
Coaches, right?
Coaches. And lo and behold, I'm stupid and didn't realize that we had two.
We had two coaches?
Why the fuck do we need two? It's Saint and Looney.
Oh.
Why do we need two coaches?
That's a great question. What it says they're changing roles. What roles are changing then? So Looney said that since he was a previous pro player, he's like going to be working. I believe he said he's going to be working more alongside the team, and then Saint's going to be like doing something else again in a coaching role. I don't fucking know, man. Is this more like a player? One's a player coach and one is like an analyst or a strategy guy. That's what I feel this is. And I'm hearing these guys saying, Clutch, we already talked about it. It's a fucking disaster. But folks in chat are talking about how one's usually an S&D coach, others are for respawn coaches. Why? But why though? Why can't a coach be good at all of them? I mean, whatever. Special teams coach? Sure. Because S&D kids are a thing. Yes, I guess. And Ongoy says it's actually how so many teams got good at S&D. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But like, oh my God. The Minnesota Rocker are atrocious. We are an atrocious team. And I swear to fucking God, what's
been the common fucking denominator, Will.
You say coach.
I do. I say Saint. He's been literally the common denominator every fucking time.
I have a different theory.
And I know. Go ahead.
But no, I think we're just bringing in the wrong players at the wrong time. That's all. Attach is good, but he's not like that good. Like what a Scump was, what a Shotsy is, things like that. I feel like we have B and C players, and we don't have like a and B players.
Sure. We don't have that clutch factor on our team.
Yeah, we're a standard Minnesota sports team.
We don't have the star.
Yeah.
We don't have the star. We don't have like a fucking... Why am I blanking out on his name? He is on Ultra. He fucking basically allowed them to win that event. And he came from Challengers as well. He finally got his opportunity. Why am I forgetting his name? Chat, please. Feed the name to me. Is it Hixie? What is the kid's name? What's the kid's name on Ultra? He's shit talks like no other. Is it Scrappy? Is that his name? Is Scrappy? Is that his name?
Yeah, Scrappy. Yes, it's Scrappy, Hixie, Kleenex, Standy, and Insight.
Yes, I'm talking about Scrap. I'm talking about Scrappy.
Scrap.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's Scrappy. Thank you, Will. Thank you, chat. Appreciate it. It's Scrappy. And that kid, like, basically came out of nowhere as well. So maybe this is the Rocker banking on an academy team coming in, an academy player coming in, and really stepping the team up.
Yeah.
In Afro, we saw what Afro could do. And Afro was on Paris Legion, if I'm not mistaken, ahead of time, like before. But like him coming over, we've seen what he has been able to do. One of our biggest problems is consistency. We're never consistent. We're consistent in losing. That's what we're consistent about.
Won a major last year. This year, though. Yeah.
Also, have you guys been seeing the shit talking with Standy and Scrap?
Oh, no.
Oh, apparently Standy's a little shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Apparently Standy's a little shit. Don't take my word for it, though. Don't take my word for it. I feel like all the Challengers kids that have made a difference, like Sibs, Scrappy, and Pred, all had a lot of hype behind them. That's true. And it does not feel like Fame does. So there's that. Nothing against Fame, though. Does Rocker have Academy team? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's where Fame came from, is the Rocker Academy team. So who knows? All I know is that we're fucking bad. We're really bad.
There's always next year. That's where I'm at right now.
Spoken like a true Minnesota sports fan.
Oh, yeah.
There's always next year. Oh, man. That's it for Caught Another Games Watch. I just want to shit on our team for a second. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah. It's time for Will's Adventures with the Nailovers. Another Games too. Will, what did you happen to play over the last week?
Played a couple of games. A lot of Halo Infinite.
Yes.
Played our week 2 Halo Rec League match yesterday.
Nice.
Which we won 3-0.
Nice. Hence why the show wasn't yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I was busy. So
yeah, fuck you, chat.
Yeah. We played, the first game was Recharge Strongholds. And we were just struggling with Strongholds and matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
And we went into our match like, fuck, first game Strongholds, great. But we just put a plan together to rotate better, hold down areas, and watch crosses. And we just we accidentally stumbled into a setup. And I don't want to say accidentally, but it wasn't planned. It just... We got the slays in a certain fashion, and everyone's like, okay, just you stay here, you move here, watch the cross, you watch this area, and it worked. They couldn't break it. So we took it pretty convincingly. Second game, Aquarius, Slayer. pretty close all the way up until about the 40 mark, where we trapped them in fridge, and they just kept pushing it, and we were basically shooting fish in a barrel for the last 10 kills. It was pretty incredible feeling to finally get a spawn trap like that on someone.
Absolutely.
Especially at the end of a game and be able to secure it.
Tools asks, is this pre-made or duos?
This is pre-made. And then the last game, game 3, was King of the Hill Live Fire? Yes, Live Fire. And that went to the final capture 4-3. We seem to have trouble with the Overshield Hill and the B Hill.
Okay.
The first hill of the map. I don't know why. But yeah, it basically went back and forth. You know, we were up 1-0, then it was 1-1, and then 2-1, and then trying to think of the progression here. So yeah, and then we just ended up taking the last 2 hills to take the win.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
Very nice.
And then, so yeah, Halo Infinite, I'm off of work right now and completed the weekly challenges in a sitting yesterday. So that's done. And then I also started some FIFA 22. So season 3 of Ted Lasso's out, if you're not aware. Well,
do not say anything about it. I know you're not going to spoil anything.
No.
I'm making, so Natana has not seen any of it.
Oh,
I know. But I'm not necessarily in a rush to watch the 3rd season.
yeah.
So I told her, binge the first 2 seasons. They're short. So binge the first 2 seasons. And then when you're done, we will watch season 3 together. So
Well, it's not fully out. The first 2 episodes are out.
right. I'm just saying yeah.
But yes, so I was like, I'm home from work. I wanted to catch up on Critical Role, which is Dungeons and Dragons show that if you're into it, you know what it is. But I couldn't play Halo and listen to a show at the same time. So I downloaded FIFA 22 because it's free on Games Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And I did new career.
Season 3 of Ted Lasso tools.
Yeah. Did a career, created a coach, named him Ted Lasso.
Nice.
I replaced one of the teams and named him FC Richmond.
Nice.
Or the Greyhounds, you know?
Okay.
And the only issue I have with FIFA is I haven't played FIFA since like 05, right?
God knows, yeah.
So I'm going through and I'm like, I'm messing with like the, you know, it's easy, normal. It's, they're not called that, but easy, normal, hard, very hard, basically, are the 4 settings. And I was like, okay, let's try normal. Because I know sports games, right? And I'm like, oh, this is too fucking easy. I put it up. Oh, this is way fucking hard. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I went back and now I'm just destroying everybody. And I'm like,
sure.
Okay, it's kind of a mind-numbing experience. I don't really have to work at it. But I want a little bit more of a challenge. But the next difficulty level is like too much where like I don't know soccer or football strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to perfectly execute a cross. Like,
well, that's why you can take the opportunity to learn it, you know? If you're interested in going in depth.
But yeah, I just haven't gone that far yet.
I also forgot the Mandalorian season 3 is out.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Again, not all episodes, right? They're doing week by week.
I believe they're doing week by week.
Because they did that in the past.
Yeah.
I kind of want to wait till it's just all out and binge it.
Sure.
I think I might do that.
I'm trying to watch Dragon Ball Super right now. So,
yeah, those are the 2 games I played. What about yourself, Josh?
I played a few. I played Halo Infinite as well for the community playdate. And then did like the first 10 tiers of the Mindfall event or whatever. Played some Destiny 2. I've reached the powerful cap. I'm working on going through the pinnacle cap now. I still really like playing that game. And then I'm playing the Resident Evil 4 remake. As somebody who has never played through the original, as in I never beat the original. I got to the castle and then I stopped playing.
Okay.
I am enjoying it quite a bit. I like the like all the quality of life changes that they made. And yeah, I'm enjoying my time so far. It's a good time. Good time.
Nice.
The one-liners that Leon says are just fucking unbelievably stupid. Because it's meant to be like, yes, it's a survival horror game, but at the same time they know, like Capcom knows that it's kind of like, hokey at some point in time.
Sure.
So if you listen to some of the one-liners that Leon says, you're just like, oh, fucking okay, dude. Ronan says to start playing Breath of the Wild again to get ready for the new Zelda. I still have never beaten Breath of the Wild. I still need to do that. Definitely need to do that. And yeah, Pancakes, thanks a lot for getting me back on the Dragon Ball Super grind. For those that are interested, all of it dubbed, English dubbed, is on Hulu. So, yeah. I'm watching some of that. That's all I played. Let's get into some shout-outs. Shout out to everyone who joined in the community playdate. We had Snag, Dollar Bill, Marmar, Rainfall, you will, Middle Stud, Legend Zero, Ungoy, Farmer, Elated Dart, Riznak, Justin, Fox Too Quick, and Strike. Thank you all very much for joining in the community playdate. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. And then also, I want to give a very, very special shout out to All-in Juan for releasing his newest highlight video, Sus Comms and Halo Infinite NSFW. Let's just say that there's a lot of crashing in the video. A lot of daddies.
Oh yeah.
In the video. And
link is in chat if you want to check it out. I highly recommend that you do.
And literally in the first minute, both you and I fall off a map.
No, we don't. What are you talking about?
It was fucking hilarious too. So, and I went on my soapbox last week or whatever about All-in Juan, but I truly mean it. Like, incredible work as always. Thank you so much. The video's amazing. And I meant what I said in Discord. I was literally laughing my ass off less than a minute in.
Yeah.
God, it's so good. It's a fucking flag pickup sound, man. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yep. There you go.
And, oh yeah, I lost my shit when he, like, literally, the thing that got me good was when he kept dropping and picking back up the flag again. I wasn't expecting that to happen. It was just so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. Go watch that video if you really want to laugh and get a feel for what the playdates are like. If you haven't joined a playdate before and are interested, it's all fun. It's all about having a good time. And Juan definitely puts, like, you get to see it all there. Klex says Scrim is done. Now I'm here. How did the Scrim go? How did the Scrim go? Are you guys going to fucking turn the fuck up at the 4K? You better turn the fuck up at the 4K. You better give me an excuse to wear all the fucking Sentinels merch I have. Which, collect, guess what? Is a lot. I have like 5 hoodies in my closet right now. They're all Sentinels. Okay? Turn the fuck up! We're already turning up? Good. Scrim went well? Good. Good, daddy. Ronan, how do you join the community playdate? Join the Discord server, ! Discord and chat. Join it up. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Central. We typically do like Forge customs. Like depending upon the team, like the size of the playdate that we have, we'll split into teams. We'll play some games. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's funny. We did like a full lobbied BTB playdate.
Yep. That was the All-in-One video.
Yes, that's where that video came from. That was actually a lot of fun too. So if you want to get on the playdates, join the Discord. It's a fun time. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. Jimac and Queen Stank for the follows. Thank you all very much. Daddy with the fucking bit. Thank you for the bit. Uncle Pumpy with the tier 3 10-month resub. Buff Ginger with the 5-month resub. Shurzy with the 3-month resub. Beth with the 35-month resub, and Collect with the 2-month resub. You all get a woo! Thank you so very much for the added support. Greatly appreciated as always. Yeah. I fucking lost my train of thought. I'm an asshole. Give me a fucking second. Let me bring up the Patreon real quick. Let me bring it up. I should really just have this bookmarked at this point. I'm a fucking idiot. So
I don't either, so don't. I'm there with you.
You know, shout out to everyone who is a patron at the semi-pro and higher tiers. That includes Obby, Smiley, High Tech Redneck, Wraith, Justin, Jordan, Davy Wavy, Dart, and Carnage. Thank you all very much for the additional support over on the Patreon. Get yourself the perks. Enjoy the additional content. Here's a quick little shout out to our Patreon, because Will's going to pimp it out later. But I want to say, if you're into additional content that is not Halo related, and you want to support us further and actually get stuff as a result, check out the Patreon, because for $5 a month, you get access to the exclusive audio show that we do. And our most recent episode is about our top 10 musical artists and bands of all time. And I had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's a great time. And then our previous episode to that is our favorite games of all time. You should go check that out too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go. Only $5 a month. So if you're already buying a Twitch sub, you could switch over to Patreon, get some perks. Do it up. Happy birthday today to Gilk Duds himself. The Gilk Milk. Gilky. Happy birthday to you, sir. Hope it's a good one. And then finally, congratulations to Gamers Outreach on raising $521,825 fucking dollars for the kids. That's awesome. Love that shit. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to everybody that donated as well to the page. You guys are amazing. Keep it up. Shout out Gamers Outreach. That's it for the shouts. Let's move on to some community creations. Halo memes every day. Red.com/r/Halo memes. Check that out. Overdrive Forge map by G1. This is the map that they played in the FFA tournament that they put on. They made that map. You can play that map if you so choose. It's in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. We have, wait for it, an actually good Pit remake in Infinite? And it's made by none other than Unique? Holy shit. I bet you one thing. I bet those lifts work. So go check out that. Yeah, right. We have Reminisce, a Halo Infinite montage by AA. We have the difference between phase and optics, some of the biggest moments of HCS Charlotte. It's 2 times the grind, episode 30. The podcast is back. Go check out that episode. And then Optic APG, what to do off spawn by the HCS. A little video that they put out as well. Go check that out. And then also, I forgot to put it in here, but the HCS did a mini interview with Mickwin as well. Go check that out. But hey, check out ours because it's fucking better. Exclamation point Mickwin in the chat. Aha! That's all I got. Will.
Yeah.
Before I have you pimp out the show, Alden Juan says, I don't know if you've seen JD Zirkus's Pit remake, but it's super, super faithful to Halo 3's Pit. I believe I have. I believe I have it bookmarked, as a matter of fact, and I believe I've had it in a previous episode's Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Like a long time ago. So, bada bing, bada boom, baby. Will, plug this fucker.
My computer's slowly loading here. Just now. Okay, never mind. As Josh said before, we have our Patreon now. Go check it out. I was going to do something different, but it's not work. Anyway.
Sorry.
Yes, we do a monthly audio show, video show, a Q&A, and then if you're the winner of the grand prize, you get to do a little something special with us. Hey.
Q&A for March is happening at the end of the Playdate this week.
Yes.
So if you, again, haven't thought about the Patreon yet, I believe it's the $5 tier. You can join up in the Q&A, and it'll be this Friday or immediately after the Playdate for March. So there you go.
Perfect. And as always, you can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We are on platforms such as iTunes, Podify, Podbean, Stitcher, and Spotify, and Josh's favorite,
Pocket Cast, not an ad.
Not an ad. Join the Discord, join the community discussion, and hey, that's where we hang out for the playdates. So go check it out. If you want to find us on social media, we have a Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We are also on YouTube, where all VODs and interview series get posted. If you want to watch us live, normally on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time, find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/HCS Pro Talk. We also have a website, hcsprotalk.com, but that actually sends you to evolvedhalo.com.
Your home for Halo.
Where-
We don't have an OnlyFans, Daddy. Stop it. Yet.
Yeah. Yes, Podcast Evolved. They have great shows such as Podcast Evolved, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Builds with Blocks, Halo Headlines, Halo Gear Guide, and they also have a new merch shop, or is that...
They have a new merch shop now, yes.
Got it.
They just launched a new merch store. Go check it out.
Oh, fancy.
I got to get me some shit too.
So, yes. And yeah, we're hosted there as well.
Hell yeah.
And that's all I got.
Will, you're part of the Halo Rec League.
Yeah.
We're going to host them up at the end of this episode. So if you're here, if you're tuning in live, still hang around. We'll go raid Halo Rec League after the show and show them some love.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
the next game is coming up in about a half hour.
Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually going to do it for episode 280 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you're tuning in live, thank you for taking the time out of your busy Wednesday night to spend time with us and chat about the scene that we love, Halo Esports. If you're watching the video version of the show on YouTube, hey, how's it going? Leave a comment if you want, or don't. That's fine too. But just know we do read them, we do respond to them. So if you haven't joined a live show, if you don't want to be in the Discord or whatever it may be, and you want to still communicate with the show, leave a comment. If you're tuning in to the audio version of the show, thank you as well. Hope you're having a great day, and we love you. We love all of you. That's all I got. Have some really good competitive Halo to watch this weekend, so make sure that you are tuning into all of the streams. You know that the teams are going to kill it. Can't wait to see the competition that comes out and see what happens in this 4K as we inch closer and closer and closer to this first Global Invitational of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. We're going to go raid up Halo Rec League. Love y'all. See you next week. But until then, bye-bye.